Hi everyone and welcome back to The Rush. It is a great time for tennis and you can see some top level tennis happening in Vancouver because it is that time of year once again for the Odlum Brown Vancouver Open, and joining me now is the tournament director. He's been involved since the start 13 years ago, and joining him is pro player Khristina Blajkevitch. How are you both?
How are you? Thanks, Fiona.
Good. Great, thank you. So Ryan, let's get a little history here of the Odlum Brown Open. It seriously is top world-class tennis.
Absolutely. Yeah, we built it up. It's when it started out 13 years ago, it was just a $25,000 tournament for women, and then we grew it now to over $200,000 US prize money, both men's and women's, and we get Grand Slam level talent right here in our backyard.
And how exciting is this for you, Khristina, to be playing? You just got a phone call. It's a great phone call at this time for yourself. Maybe you can explain about the call that you just got and what this means to you as a player.
Yeah, well, first of all, it's amazing to play at home. It's my favorite tournament of the year, and it's always in my schedule no matter what. Before I even know what I'm doing in January, I know that in August I'm playing the Odlum Brown. And yeah, this morning right before the call, the Canadian Fed Cup captain, Sylvain Bruneau, called me and said that I'd be receiving the main draw wild card for the Odlum Brown this year, and I was super excited. It's my first year playing the main draw. I've played the qualifying quite a few times, and so I'm really looking forward to a great week.
And you were a ball girl here once too.
That's right,
really
I did.
Really?
Yes, the first time Vancouver had this tournament, back when it was a bit smaller, I ball girled, and I ball girled for Maria Sharapova.
Yeah, you worked with Maria Sharapova as well. What did you do with Maria?
Well, it's funny. I was just coming up, and I had a sports agency I was running at the time, and I got a call from her agent, who I went to school with down in the U.S., and he said, listen, I found this girl, and I think she's going to be the next big thing, and can you look after her? Her name's Maria Sharapova. And I said, okay. And her dad rolled into town, and I was hitting and training with them, and I would drive them around the city, and her dad used to love, as soon as we'd done practice, the dad used to like to go up the grouse grind and he'd hike up the grouse grind, have a beer at the top, and then I'd have to look after Maria, keep playing with her, then I'd drop her back to the hotel.
Oh, that's hilarious. You've come a long way.
Oh, yeah.
And so have you. I mean, what is this like for you, Khristina, to play here in Vancouver? This is your hometown. Does it put extra pressure on you, or does it relieve some of that pressure to be back playing somewhere that's familiar to you?
I think the fun definitely outweighs any pressure that I could possibly feel. I absolutely enjoy playing in front of my family and friends and familiar faces, and I think that definitely relieves the pressure for me.
At what age did you decide that you wanted to do this? You started playing at 8 years old, but was there something about the way you played that people recognized that you had something special?
Definitely. I mean, I was always told that I was talented, and even as a little girl I was pretty stick thin. I could hit the ball really hard, harder than some guys, and so that definitely stuck out as well. And I'd say by age 11, I knew that I wanted to play professionally. That's when I started traveling with Tennis Canada to international tournaments like the Orange Bowl in Florida. And since then, it was just a dream, and I've been pursuing it ever since.
And you lived in Montreal for a while and played in Montreal, and you played with Jeannie Bouchard. What was it like playing with her? And you guys won a tournament,
a national tournament, doubles, under 14. I lived in Montreal between the ages of 15 and 18, training at the National Training Center there. And I trained alongside Milos Raonic and Eugenie Bouchard. And I mean, at the time, we're all the same level, same rankings. It's no big deal. And next thing you know, they're both top 10. And it's great to see them up there. I'm so happy for them. And I hope to be alongside them soon.
And you decided to finish your degree, and you actually got a tennis scholarship to do so. What made you make that decision? Why was it important for you to finish your school?
Well, 18 years old, that's kind of the time where most people have to decide, are they going professional or are they going to take a scholarship in the U.S.? And things are kind of changing now. Before it was you only go pro, and if you went to college, it's kind of the
game over.
Yeah, game over. But things are changing now. A lot of the top players, they're into their 30s. People are maturing. Players are maturing later. And so I decided to take the scholarship and give myself that time to mature mentally, my game, and everything. And there was the bonus that I would get a degree after it. So I took that path, and in order to cater to my dream of pursuing professional tennis, I graduated in 3 years instead of 4 to be able to get back out on tour as soon as possible.
Not too bad. And Ryan, it must be great for you to watch players like Khristina. I mean, from ball girl to this.
Well, that's what you hope. I mean, that's when you raise, a community event, right here in our own backyard. You kind of say, let's get the full pathway. So it's neat when you see, they start out as ball kids, and then one day maybe they go into the qualifying. Now they're in the main draw. But it's exciting to see that energy and how that whole blend for the whole province. You give that opportunity, and that's the point of the tournament. Give our local kids a platform. Give them something. Give the whole community an opportunity to engage in sport and have fun.
Something to get excited about.
Absolutely.
For sure. Now, tennis players, we've had some of the best in the world here over the years, and I did not realize that they had what are called riders, like rock stars do, of things that they want and their demands. What are some of the most interesting demands that you've had from players throughout the years?
Sure. Well, there's two parts. Interesting question, Fiona. The biggest thing I always get is laundry. Help us with laundry, because it's funny. They travel around with big, giant, what would be like hockey bags. And so when they arrive, they usually haven't done their laundry because they're coming from a hotel. So a couple of years ago, we had a former top 5 player, Jelena Dockett's coming. She calls us, and her match is on Tuesday, and it's Sunday night. She's calling me from the Netherlands saying, I've just won a tournament. I'm going to arrive, but if you still want me to show up at your tournament, you've got to do my laundry. And I said, fine. We'll do it. And she arrives, and I just thought, okay, it's a bag of laundry. She arrives with herself, her coach, and her brother, 5 garbage bags full. I'm just saying.
And you're doing some laundry.
And they're just sitting there. Luckily, I was fortunate. My parents lived close by. I called, Mom, help.
So you really did their laundry.
We actually got our Mercedes-Benz. North Shore does a really good job of shuttling us around. They got their car. We drove it up to my parents' house, put it through all the laundry, got it down to ensure that she will play her match on that next day.
And let's do some name dropping here of some of the names that have, it really is a golden age for tennis, and some of the people that have been through this tournament that we have right here in Vancouver. So why don't you do some name dropping for us?
Maria Sharapova was our very first champion back in 2002 when she was just young coming up, and she really set the stage for where this could go, and it captured our imagination. And we've had Andy Murray, who's also been at the top of the world, and he's Britain's top player, but he's won all the big Grand Slams as well. Marcos Baghdatis, who's back this year, he's a top 10 player. We have the top Canadians in Milos Raonic, Vasek Pospisil, who was our champion last year, who won Wimbledon doubles this year, Eugenie Bouchard. The list goes down, and the amount of players that we've had who've been in the top 10 and top 20 now in the world, it goes on for long. And so we can tell people that when you're coming out to our tournament, you're going to see world-class, top-tier players right now. They've been there and they're just getting back, or players who are rocketing up the rankings.
Amazing. What is it like for you to see this tournament grow to what it is, and just those names that you were listing off and how well some of the players have done throughout their careers, but that it's grown to something so huge?
It's exciting. We set that goal at a very early time. We said, if we're going to do this, and we're going to put a lot, because we have our day jobs too, and we said we're going to put this extra effort into. We want to make sure that we become have this 4 seasons experience that we can provide, and it's really satisfying. I think that's what keeps driving us, and we're trying to think already, okay, what do we do for next year? What do we do for the year after? How do we keep adding to the experience? The big thing for us is we provide private housing for everybody in West Vancouver, and they get some really nice homes. That's a perk, and we start looking at all these other things we can keep adding to the whole ambiance, and now we're looking for more ways we can engage the community. We do free kids days with barbecue, and they get free tickets, and we start adding more and more things, and that's what's really exciting about it.
And Khristina, how do you prepare for any tournament, but for one like this? Do you have anything in particular that you do? Obviously, you're playing and training all year, I'm sure, but do you have any special superstitions or how you prepare?
I wouldn't say special superstitions, but I definitely try and get out on the practice courts on site as soon as possible, because just being comfortable on the courts is a big part of being able to play well in the tournament. And I'm actually really lucky. Hollyburn lets me practice there quite often, and so I know I'm going to be comfortable on those courts. But that being said, I'm still going to get out there tomorrow and on Saturday and Sunday before I start my main draw match and try and hit as many balls on those courts as possible. And otherwise, just make sure that my body's taken care of. Any little injuries or anything, they're being taken care of. Get my rest and
get Ryan to do your laundry.
Yeah, I didn't know he offers that service.
She doesn't need that help. I know where your parents are at, but I can say she'll probably be on center court, so I can know she can start. I'll start making sure she gets booking on her practice courts on center court.
Well, there we go. And Khristina just mentioned Hollyburn. We haven't even talked about the wonderful venue that you have for this, and anybody can go too.
Anybody, yeah. It's not for Hollyburn members. This is open to the public, and the qualifying rounds are free to the public too. It is a great place to be on a sunny day or weekend or evening. It is a outstanding, unblocked view of our great city and the mountains. I mean, what a great place to do. Hanging out, having a drink or eats while you're watching professional athletes, and you're just you're within arm's reach of all these athletes.
Give us the deal. It's happening at Hollyburn. Give us the rest.
Sure. Hollyburn Country Club. July 26th and 27th is the qualifying, free for everybody, free to the public. Then the main draw matches starts Monday the 28th and goes through till August 3rd. Tickets online. You can also buy tickets at the door. Great venue. As you said, you can hear every squeak of the shoe, every hit of the ball, everything the players say. Sometimes good, not so good. You can hear everything, and it's a wonderful place. If you enjoy, whether you enjoy tennis or you enjoy sport, it's exciting because there's a whole buffet of matches. There's court matches going on all day and night. You're not stuck watching one. You can watch matches on all courts.
Well, thank you so much, as always, for joining us, Ryan, and best of luck to you, Khristina. Really nice to meet you. As we mentioned, the Odlum Brown VanOpen takes place July 26th through August 3rd. For complete details, you can go to their website, and all the details are there about everything we were just talking about, including when you can go for free and when you can buy tickets, vanopen.com. And you can also find information on both their Twitter and Facebook pages as well. Thanks so much. Good luck.
Thank you.
We're going to take a quick break.